If you've shopped online, chances are you've bought from a business powered by Shopify. You know that purple Shop Pay button you see at checkout, the one that makes buying so incredibly easy? That's Shopify. And there's a reason so many businesses sell with it, because Shopify makes it incredibly easy to start and run your business. Shopify is the commerce powerhouse behind 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. So get your own brand online with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates and forget about the coding. Tackle your tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics, and get the word out with built-in marketing and email tools to find and keep new customers. That purple Shop Pay button that's used by millions of businesses around the world, it's just one reason Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it's time for you to head over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/DCR. Go to shopify.com/DCR. That's shopify.com/DCR. In business, they say you can have better, cheaper, or faster, but you only get to pick two. What if you could have all three? You can with Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. OCI is the blazing fast hyperscaler for your infrastructure, database, application development, and AI needs, where you can run workloads for less compared with other clouds. OCI costs up to 50% less for compute, 70% less for storage, and 80% less for networking. Try OCI for free at oracle.com/DCR. Oracle.com/DCR. It is 8 a.m. Eastern, June 11th, and this is your daily crypto report. Bitcoin is up slightly at $109.21. ETH is up slightly at $2,771. XRP is up 1% at $2.30. Business success is about assembling the right team. It's the businesses behind the business that makes it all possible. When you think about businesses growing their sales beyond forecasts like Momofuku, or even a legacy business like Mattel, sure, you think about a product with demand, a focused brand, and influence-driven marketing, but a big component is the business behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Shopify is home of the #1 checkout on the planet, and the not-so-secret Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Momofuku uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/DCR, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/DCR to upgrade your selling today. That's shopify.com/DCR.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Knowing you could be saving money for the things you really want is a great feeling. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Well, Bitcoin jumped back toward $110,000 this week after last Thursday's Trump-Musk spat knocked it to $100,500. Despite the rebound, BTC traders are still cautious. Binance funding rates have turned negative, and leverage data shows traders are defensive. K33 says these conditions usually show up near market bottoms, not tops. BIX, the 2x leveraged Bitcoin ETF, is seeing no new inflows and holds 52,435 BTC in exposure, down from 76,755 in December, unlike prior rallies earlier in March and November. Meanwhile, leveraged ETH exposure is soaring. Volatility shares 2x Ethereum ETF, ETHU, has added 305,100 ETH in exposure since April 8th, more than all the ETH open interest added on CME in the same period. ETHU now makes up 18% of ETH held by US spot ETFs and 2/3 of CME's ETH OI, showing a clear appetite for leveraged ETH plays. By contrast, BitX accounts for only 4% of BTC held in US spot ETFs. Kraken's Alexia Theodorou says open interest in ETH perpetuals on Kraken hit a record 30,000 ETH this week, showing increased speculative activity. While funding rates are mildly bullish, traders haven't formed a clear directional view. The long-short ratio is still well below January's peak. She noted that recent positive signals from US regulators toward DeFi could support ETH structurally. ETH is up 5% over the past week and trading around $2,766, still 43% off its all-time high. Well, Interactive Strength, TRNR, a Nasdaq-listed fitness equipment company, plans to raise up to $500 million to build a crypto treasury focused on Fetch.ai's FET token. The company has already secured $55 million from DWF Labs and ATW Partners and has started acquiring FET. Fetch.ai will also partner with Interactive Strength to support its AI-powered personal training platform. BitGo will manage custody and trading of the FET holdings. FET currently has a $2.1 billion market cap and ranks as the 61st largest crypto asset. Interactive Strength, by comparison, has a market cap of $8 million. The move follows growing corporate interest in adding crypto assets like BTC, ETH, and SOL to treasuries, sparked by strategy and recent favorable U.S. regulatory momentum. Tether recently announced Tether AI, an open-source, decentralized AI runtime continuing the broader trend of AI and blockchain convergence. Well, Ethereum derivatives volume jumped 38% in the past 24 hours to over $110 billion, surpassing Bitcoin's $85 billion. ETH also rose 4% on the day to $2,790, its highest price since February. Analysts link the surge to three main drivers: 16 straight days of inflows into US spot ETH ETFs totaling $890 million, renewed DeFi and NFT activity, and favorable signals from the SEC. DeFi TVL has grown 32% since April to $119 billion. OpenSea also saw its highest monthly active users since 2023 after launching its OS2 platform. The SEC's official X account shared comments from Commissioner Paul Atkins supporting self-custody in DeFi. ETH sentiment also got a boost from the network's recent Pectra upgrade aimed at improving scalability and reducing costs. Well, the Ethereum Foundation has published its first trillion-dollar security report outlining 6 key areas for improvement: user experience, smart contract vulnerabilities, infrastructure dependencies, consensus protocol strength, incident response, and governance. The report marks the first phase of a broader plan to harden Ethereum security as it scales to meet global finance demands. The next step is to prioritize these issues, identify fixes, and coordinate with the ecosystem. The 1TS initiative launched in mid-May and coincides with recent structural changes at the foundation, including layoffs and leadership changes in the protocol R&D team. Aya Miyaguchi, a long-serving member and former executive director, has been named president. The EF also rolled out a new treasury management model aimed at improving efficiency and addressing community concerns around research delays and transparency. And finally, Circle's recent IPO highlights the growing case for including crypto-related equities in a diversified crypto portfolio. According to Bitwise CIO Matt Haugen, Circle, which issues USDC, went public last Thursday under the ticker CRCL. The IPO was 25x oversubscribed, priced at $31, and jumped 167% on day one, closing at $105.91 with a $28 billion market cap, about half the size of Coinbase and Robinhood. Haugen says stablecoins are crypto's second killer app after Bitcoin. Stablecoin AUM has grown from $4 billion to $250 billion over the past 5 years, and the U.S. Treasury projects it could reach $2 trillion by 2030. Issuers earn revenue from the interest on underlying treasuries, not from yields to holders. With short-term treasury rates around 4%, current stablecoin revenue is about $10 billion and could grow to $80 billion annually if AUM hits $2 trillion. Haugen also argues that value in crypto will accrue both at the base layer, like Ethereum and Solana, and in application layer businesses like Uniswap and Circle. He says Circle leverages public blockchain infrastructure to deliver stablecoin access globally at near zero cost while tapping into DeFi and smart contract programmability. Beyond Circle, other crypto-related equities include Coinbase, earning from its base layer 2, Galaxy, bringing in about $100 million annually from staking, and MasterCard, operating a blockchain-integrated finance platform. Haugen says the long-term success of the ecosystem will be driven by the interaction between blockchain infrastructure and the businesses built on top, and that owning both is the most balanced approach. That's all for us today. Visit us at dailycryptoreport.io and listen to us everywhere else you podcast under Daily Crypto Report.
Did you know not all organic food is created equal? While we trust the organic label to mean soil-grown, pasture-raised, and ethical, industrial agriculture is quietly rewriting the rules. That's why the Real Organic podcast, produced by the Real Organic Project, is cutting through the greenwashing to expose the corporate greed that is reshaping organic food and farming. Each episode brings you in-depth conversations with farmers, scientists, and advocates working to protect organic standards in the U.S. without corporate shortcuts or industrial loopholes. Follow the Real Organic Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lee C. Camp here. If you've been enjoying this show, I think you might enjoy my podcast, No Small Endeavor. produced by Great Feeling Studios and PRX. No Small Endeavor explores what it means to live a good life. We sit down with courageous, impassioned people like actor Martin Sheen or civil rights hero James Lawson to ask what it means to live a life worth living. Follow No Small Endeavor wherever you get your podcasts. Living a good life is no small endeavor, and we would love to help.